I think the word that describes Finn to me most is magnetic, because he really draws people into him. I've never seen a kid with as many friends and acquaintances and just with as much energy around him as Finn has.
Finn loves people, being in new situations, exploring new things, being anywhere where stuff is going on, exploring what's over here, what's behind this.
He's a really social little guy. When his pediatrician said that we should probably go to see a pediatric neurologist because he wasn't sitting at 9 months, that for me was the first time that I ever considered that something might actually be wrong.
Do you want Play-Doh, Finn?
Approximately 1 in 15 to 20,000 births are affected by Angelman syndrome. Children with Angelman syndrome always have a smile on their face, and they always find humor in everything. Although this happy disposition sometimes masks this horrible disorder. They have a profound developmental delay, severe cognitive disabilities. Many of them have a motor coordination defect. About 80% have severe to moderate seizures that are sometimes very difficult to control.
I think when you get that Angelman syndrome diagnosis and you don't know, it's like, my kid will never talk, might not walk. There's just all these things that are really devastating, and yeah, might not walk was one of the big ones, so he's exceeded our expectations, I guess, which is stellar, but really well for Angelman syndrome is still really devastating. Yeah, hi.
At first, you're devastated a little bit for you because things evaporate. The image of who your child was disappears very quickly because you don't know what the life is going to be like for them. Will my child ever walk? Will my child ever learn to communicate? Will my child have seizures? Will my child die from a seizure? We lose kids every year because they have a seizure and they don't come out of it. Sophie has more challenges to overcome than other kids with Angelman syndrome. So, all kids are different. Kids with Angelman syndrome are different. Some of them walk right on time. Sophie still can't walk. She still can't stand up. Can we use our talker to say hello? Good job. So, as much as I love my daughter's smiles and her giggles, I want to get rid of the seizures. I want her to be able to eat real food. I want to be able to talk to her. Do you want to drink?
To drink.
Yes.
No, to drink.
I think, there's simplistic things that you want, but at the same time, they would be profoundly important for making her life better.
There are children out there that the clock is really ticking. We need to find a cure, and we need to find it fast. Angelman syndrome affects one single gene, and that makes it much easier to understand than, say, autism or schizophrenia or Alzheimer's disease, where many genes or environmental factors are involved.
Dr. Weber has a mouse that mimics most of the symptoms of Angelman syndrome, so it's missing the same gene, UBE3A. The mice have muscle issues, they have seizures, it's very similar. And what Dr. Weber found is you can compensate for the loss of the UBE3A gene. So he actually turned on a different gene, and when he boosted that gene in the mice, they recovered from all of their symptoms of AS.
We were able to genetically cure it in the mouse. So parents that have children that have Angelman syndrome should be very hopeful. There's a treatment out there, we just need to find it.
A cure for AS really is going to be a gateway to a cure for other neurological disorders, for things like Alzheimer's, for autism, for anything that affects learning and memory. So this is a chance where someone's investment could really pay off and they could see it. Every kid deserves an easier life. We really do hope people would be willing to help us on this journey and be part of the miracle.
I want a hug.
You want a hug?